Hello and welcome to my presentation on the APA Format 6th edition. So let's show you what an essay looks like that has been formatted according to APA 6th edition. Then we'll show you how to type your own essay in APA 6th edition. Okay, so the first page has a running head, right? Notice the R is capitalized, but the H is lowercase. You have a colon and then the short title of your paper in all caps. You also have the page number. Now on the cover page, the information that you include on the cover page varies by your instructor or your educational institution, but the American Psychological Association, APA, only requires the title of your paper, your name, and your institutional affiliation. But with my paper, they also wanted the course number and the title of the course. Then at the bottom, they wanted my address, phone number, and the instructor's name. So you need to check with your instructor or with your institution to see what information they want on your APA cover page. Okay, on the second page, here is the title of your essay. You might be tempted to bold it so that it stands out, but no, APA formatting does not have you to bold your title. And you begin to type the rest of your paper. I also want to show you the references page. It is called References. The title is centered. And based on what type of source you're using, you format your references according to whether it's a journal article or a journal article through a website, and it's all double-spaced as well. So now let's show you how to get started typing APA format. I'm using Word 2016 for this demonstration. In order to get a new document, you want to click File, New, and click Blank Document. Now you have a new blank document. Let's check our settings to make sure everything is formatted correctly. Click Layout. We're going to check our page settings. Click Margins. Make sure Normal with 1-inch margin all the way around is selected. Click Orientation. Make sure it's set to Portrait. Click Size. Make sure it's an 8.5 by 11. Now you want to check these layout settings because you might be using a shared computer at a computer lab or at a library where someone before you might have tweaked the settings. So you need to make sure that they are set properly. Okay, let's go back to the Home tab. Let's make our entire essay in Times New Roman 12-point font and double-spaced. So right here where it says Normal, right-click it with your mouse, click Modify. All right, let's click Times New Roman for the font, click 12 for the size, and let's click the double space icon so that the entire paper is double spaced, and click OK. You also want to check one other setting. Click the Layout tab again. Here where it says Paragraph, click the little tilde. You see where it says Line and Page Breaks? Click that. And deselect Widow Orphan Control. That does some strange things to your line spacing if you don't deselect it. So trust me, it's a good idea to deselect it and click OK. Let's go back to the Home tab. So now we are all set to begin with our header, which can get a little bit tricky in APA format. So let's go ahead and start typing in our header, which can get a little bit tricky in APA format. So click the Insert tab. Click Page Number, click Top of Page, plain number 3, because we want our page numbers at the top right of the page. Click Different First Page. Oh, what happened? It cleared out our page number. That's okay. Let's go ahead and reinsert the page number. Top of page, plain number 3. There we go. So the cursor is right next to the page number. It is not highlighting the page number. Now we want to start typing the words running head. So notice running head has a capital R, lowercase h, the colon, and your short title of your essay, Contemporary Education Issues. At this point, hit the space bar until you get to the left margin edge, which is right there, and click out of this header. Hit your enter key about 7 times, and let's center this information. Now you want to start typing the information for your cover page. And with magic text, I put the information in there. This looks like it's a little too far down, so let's hit delete 2 times, maybe 3 times. And that pulls it up on the page a little bit better. So, according to APA format, I'm just going to include my title, my name, and the institutional affiliation. This is all APA format requires. Sometimes your professor might want you to put in the date, but always check with your instructor or your institutional affiliation on what information they want you to put in your cover page. But again, the date is not required for correct APA format. Now let's insert our second page. So let's go to Layout, hit Breaks, and click Next Page. Now, if for some reason, and it will, because as you can see, this process in 2016 is not exactly easy. So we set our header for the second page, but then it messed up our first page header, although we had this clicked. So just type running head in again with your short title. And we fixed it. Okay. Now you're ready to start typing your paper on page 2. So you want to put in your title, and I have magic text that I am just going to copy and paste for the interest of time. Notice you're still in center mode, so you want to click your left margin to get it all the way back to left margin. And if this happens where it's not all the way to the left edge, you just want to drag this little margin icon here all the way over to the left and continue to type your paper. Now that you've done typing your body text, you want to add another page for your references. So click Layout, Breaks, Next Page, and notice that your header comes out perfectly. You want to go to the Home tab, click Center, and type the word References. Hit the Enter key 1 time, make sure you left align again, and type the rest of your references. And they're all double spaced. Now I want to show you something. If it looks like there's too much space between here, there probably is. This looks a little bit more than double spacing. So I want you to highlight this line where it looks like there's a lot of space afterwards. Hit the space down arrow and click Remove Space after paragraph. There was too much space there. Do the same thing for the next line. If it looks like there's too much space, more than double spacing, then you want to click this and make sure to remove any extra spacing. So I'm glad this occurred as well, so that if you have issues like that coming up when you're typing, then you'll know how to fix it. Also, highlight the last line if it looks like there's too much space after that last line, and remove again, because you want your essay to strictly be double spaced without any extra spacing. All right, and there you have it. And of course you know how to save your paper, right? You click the File key, click Save As, find where you want to save it. I'll go to my desktop. You can use the title of your paper or give it another name. Notice it's on your desktop. Click Save, click OK. I'm doing that for students who might be returning to college after a long time, or those of you who might be unfamiliar with using Microsoft Word. So hopefully this presentation has been helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed the flubs, because listen, we learned how to correct some mistakes that might show up when you yourself are sitting down to type APA format essays. Thank you so much and happy typing.